Hello, we are Insurgent Theater, and we're here to tell you a story. A story called Paint the Town. Now, this story begins in
Storytelling is useless. Winning the audience's hearts and minds with a compelling story will not further the cause of social change. Tragedy, romance, and comedy all serve the ruling class.
Yes, but this story is different. It is a tale of hardship and dedication, fratricide and sleepwalking, piracy and poverty. But most important, this story is about the revolution and red paint. Lots of red paint.
Nope. Even tales of the revolution, however critical or utopian they may be, are only a distraction from our actual lives. In late-stage capitalism, stories consume our desires and exchange them for profit. Hope is a fetter, and victory, unimaginable.
Now that is useless. It all depends on the way a story is told, who tells it to whom, and in what context.
Wait a second,
If
you're
the
gonna
mode of
ruin the
production
story.
is
You're giving
not
all
a
story.
Our story begins now! It begins in the jungle. The deepest, darkest jungle.
We're talking about Upton Sinclair's jungle. Brecht's jungle.
Yes, when I say the jungle, what I refer to is the city. The gritty, stinking, filthy, claustrophobic towers of concrete all around me city. That is where our story takes place, because that is where our heroes reside, where they scratch out their meager existences.
I'm not saying you have to get a square job, Nadia. Living without a square job
Not just
for a
a
while...
square job. Any job. Anything that requires monetary transaction or labor
That
exchange.
can't really mean that you have to live down in the middle of a subway system.
Yes!
With you sleepwalking?
No. Red and I might find something new.
Might?
Will.
Maybe, she called after you left the house.
I have a cell phone.
Of course you do. Does it get a signal down here?
No.
Well, that's it then. She's called since you've been down here. Maybe
Damn
you should go back to the surface and see if you got a voicemail.
Viggy.
Maybe you could stay up there and get some fucking work.
Don't play around with me, not today.
Now for the introduction of our characters. Big Red is the ruthless anti-hero of our story, the absolute embodiment of the permanent revolution. He's the omelet, made by breaking far more eggs than are really necessary.
But Big Red, as charming as he may seem, is not to be trusted. Which is unfortunate because he is our main character's, Nadia Menchie's, lover, the homicidal megalomaniac.
Who? Me? Yes, but I know how my actions, I can be misinterpreted.
You're so strange.
Yes, living with purpose must seem strange to you.
Don't condescend to me.
I'm not. I'm trying to tell you that I understand how difficult it must be for you to trust me, and I admire you for maintaining a relationship with Menchie in spite of that.
How can you forgive so easily?
There's nothing to forgive.
On to our next character. This is Arthur Pratt. Now, Arthur, being at best a side character and a representative of the weakening of his genetic line, doesn't really fall into the category of our heroes. And so the warning doesn't apply to him. You'd actually do well to follow his example. That is, with the exception of his one tragic flaw, the trust and devotion that he invests in his half-sister.
You know, I have to ask you one more time for you to reconsider.
And you know I can't.
I was up nights worrying about you before.
Don't make me wish I hadn't told you.
Don't say that.
I can't just leave.
Why not?
And this brings us to our final character, and the true hero of this tale, Miss Nadia Menchie. An enthusiastic idealist, but also one who is always wedding thought with action. Yes, Nadia Menchie truly is deserving of the title hero this evening.
Anyway, I would rather count on the one person who I know and trust than the entire bloodthirsty apparatus you ignorantly pay into.
Even if that's
An apparatus designed to deny millions of people their basic human needs in order to force them into your service.
Nadia, he's seriously
It's
jeopardizing...
a matter of principle.
I don't give a damn about your principles.
Now, follow me, little ones, into the jungle of the city, deep below the jungle into a cardboard shack built into the dark, obsolete section of our city's subway system. Here, under artificial lights powered by a lucky tap into a long-forgotten power supply for the old trains, here is where our heroes reside, where they scratch out their existence, fight for our freedom, and plot their revolution!
Trespassing on that lot, you are engaging with the system no less than I am by taking off with some poor sap's Jeff.
Stealing and scraping together everything that you own?
No, owning nothing.
Art, you just called me a sociopath.
What if I was?
I am acting outside of the system, not depending on it.
That is because one cannot depend on something that provides nothing.
You my half-brother-in-law? Attempting to kill my father?
You can't have freedom without responsibility.
You'd be wrong!
We are being in itself, completely independent from the Empire. You've got a solution.
I've got solutions. Band-aids and panaceas. Silver bullets and stopgaps.
Excellent. So, what's the plan?
To apply them all at once, beginning tonight.
My head held back! And my throat cut open!
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about your mom right now? If your mother, I don't know if she's alive, Charles, or not.
Now, there's much more to our story, but first, we have to let you know what Big Red's solution is. We have to deflate the suspense we've built surrounding that subject and allow you all to maintain an unemotional, critical distance from these characters and the story.
We have to let you know that Red will make 3 attempts at his radical solution, and even then, it'll be Nadia who delivers the final blow before Red's plan is complete. And of course, we have to let you know just what Red's radical solution is.
To break the chains that bind Nadia Menchie to traditional values and bourgeois society, Red intends to simply kill the entire family that creates them.
Alive now.
But for the first time!
Yeah. How do you feel about
Dialogue starts
tried to hustle a few dollars on I didn't know what that was. Did you respect your mother? How did you feel about how do you feel about your mom right now? If your mother, I don't know if she's alive, Charles, or not. Yeah, you don't. Huh? Do you? Do you? Let's see. Alive now. Yeah. Yeah. How do you feel about yeah. She tried to hustle a few